meeting house and the old state house. This is where so many came to speak for their mind and also set off the American independence, so to speak. The movement all started here. The bastion of the free speech. Speak up your mind. Be honest to yourself when you speak up. Don't make up stories. Just be true to yourself and whoever wish to listen to. Today, the free speech has been somewhat trampled across everywhere you go. And the towers that stood in the old historic quarter of Boston, from the Tea Party to the folks going against the Royal Crown across the pond on the other side of in Europe, especially in the United Kingdom, the Great Empire has pretty much dominated the entire world, apart from those days to this day. And everything has to shift in some way, some shape or form. There's the Creek Indians who was here long before the colonial rulers descended upon the land way back. And yes, so that's the history here. The native, indigenous, First Nation have the new, looking for the new world. As I was walking down to the old town of the Memorial District, the last we forget, we don't, it seems, have we forgotten the commemoration of the Great Famine that all has forgotten. Allow people everywhere to reflect upon the terrible episodes, to reflect upon the terrible exposure to our fragility on this earth that forever changed the tiny little nation over the pond in Ireland. Conditions out there that produced the famine on the island, crop failures, the absentee of the landlordisms, colonialism, and the weak political leadership that still exists around the world. The famine continued to pretty much eliminate and decimate populations across the world, and yet the lessons that was learned here in the United States, whilst the immigrant refugee communities of Irish descent has made themselves strong and viable and productive, and they stood on their own feet to feed themselves, to make this nation, particularly on the East Coast here, a thriving and most livable conditions for humanity, and an example that what burns in your stomach does not stop with walls and controls of laws and litigations and controls of human burning hunger. We must learn and apply these principles of our past to make ways to seize the repeat of the past. Yet our leadership, the leaders, and so-called the educated folks, or the minor, continue to apply the principles. As I was walking down here, there was a St. John's. It says, "Fight the hunger," whilst so many youngsters and elders were just at a soup kitchen waiting for little breakfast for this morning, while so many folks were carrying Coca-Cola.